This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for February 18th, 2025. Guns N' Roses, Tool, and Rival Sons have been added to Black Sabbath's final show in Birmingham, England. Taking place July 5th at Villa Park, the all-star event, billed as, quote, back to the beginning, sold out in less than 10 minutes. It's the first time that the original lineup of Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, have played together in 20 years. Also set to appear, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Gojira, Alice in Chains, Hailstorm, Lamb of God, Anthrax, and Mastodon. In addition, there'll be a performance by a, quote, supergroup of musicians, including Duff McKagan and Slash from Guns N' Roses, Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, KK Downing from Judas Priest, Jakey Lee from Ozzy Osbourne's band, Wolfgang Van Halen, Tom Morello, Andrew Watt, Chad Smith, David Ellefson, Vernon Reid, Whitfield Crane, David Draymond, Frank Bello, Jonathan Davis, Lizzie Hale, Mike Borden, Rudy Sarzo, Sammy Hagar, Scott Ian, Sleep Token 2, and Papa the Fifth, Perpetua. It was also announced that actor Jason Momoa will be the host for the event. Proceeds from the Back to the Beginning show will support Cure Parkinson's, the Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorn Children's Hospice. The Roots, Lenny Kravitz, Meek Mill, Glorilla, and more have announced they'll be performing at the 2025 installment of the Roots Picnic, a two-day festival returning to its longtime home of the Man in Fairmount Park, Philadelphia on Saturday, May 31st and Sunday, June 1st. A Day to Remember apparently have released cover art for an album called Big Ol' Album. The image has cropped up online on sites like Genius. The rumors are that the band plan to release new music this week. Bad Religion and the Dropkick Murphys are heading out on the road this summer on a co-headlining tour called the Summer of Discontent Tour. The mainliners are set to open up. The tour begins in Spokane, Washington on July 22nd and wraps up in Big Flats, New York on August 17th. That includes the only New England show on August 16th in Guilford, New Hampshire at the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion. Tickets go on sale this Thursday, February 20th at 10 a.m. Jimmy Page has taken to social media to thank fans for their reaction to screenings of the Becoming Led Zeppelin movie, saying, quote, in light of your incredible responses and the demand for the Becoming Led Zeppelin film from those of you that have either viewed it in the IMAX or during general cinema release, I must say that feedback from fans is just humbling and inspiring. Thanks to everyone for your enthusiasm. Here's the trailer for those of you that haven't seen it yet. The film brought in close to $3 million opening weekend, which is the biggest ever opening weekend for an IMAX exclusive music release. Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains has made small cameos in movies before, but in a recent interview, he was asked about a role that he turned down. Cantrell and quite a few other Seattle rockers appeared in Cameron Crowe's 1992 film Singles. He also appeared in Cameron Crowe's 1996 film Jerry Maguire, starring Tom Cruise. But he also had a role in Almost Famous, saying, quote, he wanted me to play a bass player. One of my biggest regrets is turning Cameron Crowe down for his third consecutive movie. I was in a tough place and I was also on tour supporting Degradation Trip, but I regret it. Cameron Crowe wanted him to play a fictional bass player who was knowledgeable and uppity. He had a character written where I was a Paul McCartney is God kind of dude, which he fucking is. In a couple conversations where bass players would come up, I'd come off the top turnbuckle and say, fuck you, McCartney is God. And it looks like some big news is coming from Disturbed. A gallery of photos shared by the band found the multi-platinum band in the studio working on music. The group teased, quote, something is coming alongside the images and a link to sign up for their official mailing list. The band's Sickness 25th anniversary tour hits the road, including a sold-out stop at the TD Garden in Boston on March 14th with 3 Days Grace and Sevendust. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 245 featuring Chris Daughtry is available now. And check out this week's bonus episode featuring Barry Kirch from Shinedown.